What a gorgeous day today, guys. Look at this. Beautiful day out here at the coast. We're at Oaklockney Bay today, trying to catch some saltwater fish. I'm about to get the rods rigged up. Well, they're already rigged up. I'm going to get them baited up and cast it out. Hopefully, we can catch some sweet saltwater fish for you guys today. We'll see what happens. Found a nice little shady spot here under the trees, so hopefully, I don't get roasted by the sun. But it is a beautiful, pretty clear day. As I was pulling in here, there was clouds, but as I got all set up, it's cleared out. So it looks like it's going to be perfect fishing. I'm going to go ahead and get these guys baited up and cast it out. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Hey, we already got a like. Sweet. I know Dylan, even though he's not here today, wants us to get at least 50 likes on this live stream, guys. So don't forget to hit the button. But let me get some bait on these and get them casted out so we're actually fishing. We've got some absolutely huge bait shrimp today. They're kind of bluish in color, but they're giant. I mean, look at the size of those shrimp. So we're going to have to cut these into pieces to be able to put them on our double drop rigs, because that's way too big. Not going to even waste my time trying to rig up one shrimp that big. It'd be a wasted shrimp too. But I'm going to get them cut into chunks, put them on the hooks, and get these casted out. We'll just get rid of the head first. We don't need the head on the shrimp. Chum it up a little. I don't know if I've ever been able to bait both rods with one giant shrimp. I'm going to try it out, see what happens. All right, we're fishing. Appreciate all you guys for joining us. Isaiah, Barry, Wendy, thanks for coming in. We do have a beautiful view today. This is Ocklawahnee Bay here in North Florida. Absolutely gorgeous. Water's nice and calm. It's kind of, I believe, high tide or almost high tide, so we should have a little bit of moving tide. And I just got the rods cast out, so hopefully it won't take very long for them to find those shrimp. The rods are moving around a little bit, but I think that's just the wind. Fishing spot reviewer in the house. Good to see you, FSR. We're back out here at Ocklawahnee Bay. Gonna give this a serious effort this time. I feel like those rods are already moving around. Let me check this. Hunter in the house. Appreciate you guys for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. Dylan, who is not able to be here with us today, said we have to get at least 50 likes on this live stream. If he's watching, he's probably like, no, I did not. But yes, guys, make sure you hit that like button. Hey, Hill, good to see you. Shout out to Hill in the house. Appreciate you joining us. Make sure you hit that like button. We got to spread this out across the YouTube universe. See how many likes we can get. Heck yeah, Barry. Appreciate that. We're up to 6 now. We got to get to 50 before YouTube starts spreading this out to everybody. That's why I'm trying this vertical live stream format right here. Richard Trevino in the house. We're going to try. We got 2 rods with 2 hooks on each rod, with hook on both, or bait, shrimp on both hooks. So in all, we've got 4 chunks of shrimp out there soaking. Dug-out. Appreciate it. Heck yeah. Oh, there's a bite. We're getting taps on both rods. I'm fishing with circle hooks and I've got the lines pretty taut, so I'm really kind of just waiting for the big takedown, not just the little taps. I'm pretty sure I just missed a good hit on that right rod though. Key Lime in the house. Appreciate you joining us. Yes, hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Wendy. But we're getting a little bit of activity already, guys, so that's really good. Cindy Torres in the house. We are not at a lake. We're in the bay. This is Ocklawahnee Bay. It's saltwater here. Going for any kind of saltwater fish that'll bite. But mainly we would love to catch a trout or a redfish here. Sea trout, speckled sea trout, or a redfish, also known as red drum, because those are delicious to eat. But they also have pretty strict size limits, so we could catch something and not be able to eat it, but that's okay. It's still fun. Got 23 awesome people in here already. Only 9 likes though, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. We got to spread this across the YouTube universe. Cozy, not yet, but I just casted them in. And yes, if we get a good keeper for dinner, we'll take it home and do a live stream about cooking it too. Yes, we are in North Florida, up here in the Gulf of Mexico. Actually, this is Ocklawackney Bay, but out that way is the Gulf of Mexico. Not very far, like less than a mile probably. Maybe a mile, but probably less. Richard, we don't have any rubber bands on them right now, but we also have other things we can use if the shrimp aren't working out. But so far we're getting some hits. That rod right there is getting tapped. Not a takedown though. I find sometimes if they're like tapping on it and playing it with it a little bit, you just reel a couple times and that kind of like triggers them to want to eat it. Thank you. This is a Dolphins hat. I normally wear my Seminoles hat, but after that disaster of a game yesterday, I was like, I'm not wearing the Seminoles hat today. I'm wearing my Dolphins hat instead. Yeah, this is a really nice view here. Beautiful place. In a few minutes, I'll show you guys up and down the shoreline here. There's actually no homes or anything like behind us over here because it's just this crazy huge piece of land that one person owns, and they've never done anything with it. Yeah, the Seminoles just looked rough yesterday. Our quarterback is not what he was supposed to be as far as what I saw. He couldn't throw the ball, so a little disappointed about that game yesterday. But Dolphins are looking good this season, so still got a chance with either one of my teams here. Yeah, that was rough. Ought to lock your door, Bay. My doors are locked over there, buddy. But I appreciate all you guys coming in. Yes, go Tua. Both rods have stopped tapping, so here in about a minute or two, I'll give them a bait check. There's a bunch of little catfish in here, like 12 inches long, little hardhead catfish. And sometimes gap top sail catfish too, but usually little hardheads. And they'll like nibble on that shrimp until it comes off the hook. We catch those a lot here. We actually did a catch and cook in our last video. Not the live streams, the last long form video if you want to check it out. We cooked one of those little hardhead catfish. And I can tell you, I probably won't cook anymore. They weren't that good. We cooked a whiting, a grunt, and a catfish just to do a taste test comparison of them. And the catfish came in a solid 3rd out of 3. But that's in our last video. If you guys want to check that out now or later. It's called Cooking Trash Fish. No, Trash Fish Catch and Cook is the title of the video. I put trash fish in apostrophes, quotes, not apostrophes. But yeah, we're just gonna wait for a takedown because I got circle hooks on. cut pieces of pickles for catfish bait, huh? Never tried it? I'm pretty sure catfish in the saltwater will eat just about anything. Pretty sure you could put a McDonald's French fry on there and catch these little hardhead catfish. We are fluctuating like crazy on our views here. Appreciate all you guys for hitting that like button. I have this feeling that when we get to 50 likes, it's going to promote this video more, and so we should be able to get a lot more than 20 or 30 people in here. Just a theory, but I'm testing it out to see if it actually happens, guys. So if you haven't hit that like button yet, do it. Do it. Hit the like button. My theory is the number 50. When you get to 50 likes, then YouTube starts showing the video to more people. And because of that, you'll end up getting a lot more views. Yeah. These are saltwater catfish though, so I don't know. You can pretty much put anything on there, but that's not what we're trying to catch. Crazy car guys, appreciate you coming in. Make sure you hit that like button. We're trying to break a personal record here for likes, but also testing out a theory that 50 likes gets you pushed out further on YouTube. Don't know, but we're trying it. Let's see what happens. But yes, it is a gorgeous day out here. Jack, we're going for trout or redfish mainly. There's lots of other fish in here. We caught a nice sized jack in here last time. Lots of catfish. Could catch a shark, maybe a flounder. Lots of different things we could catch, but mostly sea trout and red drum. It's not a lake, Jack. It's the bay. It's saltwater. We're just out of the Gulf of Mexico. No live bait right now, Richard. We got shrimp only so far, but if we catch a good bait fish, I'll put some of those. Yeah, the fish will bring people in. Appreciate you joining us, Thomas. We're at 20 likes already. Sweet. 21. Heck yeah, guys. Try to get us to 50 likes. If you can, share us out on your community tabs, all that stuff. Let's see how many likes we can get on this video. Kind of doing a little live stream experiment. Got 38 awesome people in here too. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. We're testing YouTube today to see if the more likes you get, the more people you get in your live stream. I know everybody says it all the time, but we've never actually proven it. Mad Monk, it's nice right here. There's a tree right over us. So we got pretty good shade. Mimi Fishhead in the house. Hey, Mom. Mimi Fishhead is my mom, watching us out here today at the coast. Appreciate you joining us, Mom. Make sure you hit that like button. Thank you, Thomas Lewis. Much appreciated. Sweet, Wendy. 26 thumbs up. We're over halfway there. I'm going to bring one of these rods in and check the bait, though, guys. It's looking like they stopped tapping on it. That usually means they got the bait off. Exactly as I suspected, guys. They nibbled all the meat out, but just left the shells. So it's just a bunch of tiny little fish in there right now. But we'll get that rebaited and recast it out. They're staying on the hook, but the fish are nibbling them off. That was pretty crazy. That rod on the right bent over on me. I tried to grab it, started pulling it in, didn't feel anything, and then caught a tree. There's like a floating tree with branches on it. I hooked that tree, so I thought I had a fish on for a second, and then I realized I was just caught up on a tree. I reeled the tree in until it was like 10 yards from shore, and then my hook came off of it. So that was totally unexpected and weird. Yeah, Richard, I know we can band them on the hooks, but I'll just keep changing the bait. It's no big deal. Yeah, they do pull the fish or the shrimp off pretty easily. Got a couple little taps. I'm gonna get this one baited and cast it out real quick. That rod may or may not go down any second now. I'm keeping the shrimp on ice too, so they're pretty solid when I'm putting them on the hook. Cheers, PA Outdoors couple. Appreciate you joining us. We're doing a fun little fishing trip / YouTube test to see about the number of likes we can get and if that actually does affect how many people come into the live stream. Showing me that we're at 30 likes already, guys. That's awesome. The goal is to hit 50 and see if the number 50 is the trigger point for YouTube. So we're already 3/5 of the way there. 60%. Nothing yet, Jerry, but we just got started a little while ago. Had a couple hits so far, but this is the first bait check, so you didn't miss much. Appreciate you coming in, Jerry. Definitely. Make sure you hit that like button. I got some pretty good distance on that one. So it's pretty much the same direction we had it out earlier, except I got probably about another 5 yards or so on the cast. The bottom out there is very fluctuating in depth. There's a couple sandbars, there's a couple oyster beds a little bit further out. I don't know if you guys can see that crab pot right there, but that's kind of where it like drops down, and then it's like much deeper on the other side of that. We can't cast all the way to where that is. Grampy Fishhead in the house. Appreciate you joining us, Dad. Nothing yet, but we're getting some taps. Make sure you hit that like button. Oh yeah, there's something. They're just not committing yet, guys. They will, though. There's plenty of activity out here. And we are fishing the full outgoing tide. As you can see, if you came in earlier, the water was like right here, and there was a little pool of water right down there. The pool is pretty much empty now, and the water's receded just a bit. Jerry in the house, Jamaican Sure Fishing. Appreciate you joining us, Jerry. We're in the saltwater today, getting some taps. I'm waiting for a takedown, though. They're definitely tapping that right rod. every time I go to pick up the rod. There's another theory in fishing. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard it, but the fish can feel your body or your heartbeat or something through the fishing line. So if you're holding the rod and they're playing with it and you grab the rod and pick it up, they'll let go. I don't see how that can be true. Freshwater catfishing people say that all the time. Don't touch the rod until you get a takedown. Now they're tapping on the left rod. I don't know if that theory is true, but right now it kind of seems like it, because every time I pick up the rod, they quit. Oh yeah, we could be getting a takedown here. Come on, left rod, do it. Barry, appreciate that. Yeah, if any of you guys haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We do lots of fishing stuff. We pretty much fish all the time. And then when the weather's really nice in the wintertime, we do some camping adventures, camping, fishing, catch and cook kind of stuff, cooking over the fire. Left rod tapping. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, because there's a lot of cool stuff and you don't want to miss all the stuff that we do. We always try to make it fun. I've got a son, Dylan, who is usually in all of our videos. He's not with us today. He's at the grandparents' house. He may be watching. If you're watching, Dylan, what's up, buddy? Mariah, appreciate it. I fish left-handed. I am actually a right-handed person, but I fish lefty. I don't know why. I don't like to reel with my right hand. I'd rather reel with my left hand. I don't get it. Yes, hit that thumbs up, Wendy. Yes, lots of camping and fishing, and the weather is starting to cool off just a bit. I've noticed it recently, really the last few days. That it feels like the end of summer now. And as soon as fall hits, that's when we start doing our camping and fishing adventures. Big old mullet jumping right over here. But we're also working on a little saltwater boat that we have, and that should be ready here in like a month or so, which will be perfect time for crabbing and shrimping here. Krista Doulos, appreciate you joining us. My favorite bait. Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know. For saltwater, I usually use shrimp. Seems like a pretty effective bait, but I love any kind of like artificial topwater. Depends what I'm fishing for. If I'm in freshwater bass fishing, topwater frog, hands down. But when I come surf fishing, shrimp, squid, cut bait. I should have got some cut bait while I was at the bait shop. Biggest red I've caught off the bank was only like 23 inches probably. Biggest one I've caught off a boat was like 30 inches. Actually right out here. Just a little bit. Yeah, you can't see it, but just over there about halfway across the bay, there's some oyster beds that run through. It's kind of a dangerous channel in here actually, but if you go over where the channel is over there, there's some big redfish that run through here. I'm guessing bigger than 30. Yeah, Jerry, you like fishing left-handed too? Jerry, I haven't noticed any shrimp, but I really haven't been looking. Let me go check. I'm not seeing any shrimp right now in the water. But I didn't bring the cast net either, so even if I do see some, I can't get them. Definitely feels way more cooler in the shade here. When do I think the saltwater boat will be ready? That's a hard question, Jerry, because it has taken forever just to get to it. Like, the amount of work that it needs I can do in a few days, but I can't do them all at one time. So it's like a little bit here, a little bit there. I need to take it off the trailer and redo the trailer too, which is probably what I'm going to do today when I get home. I think that's just the wind moving the rods a little bit. So once I get the trailer done, I can finish the outside of the boat, put it back on the trailer, and then just finish out the floor and stuff on the inside. I got a fun idea because I don't know how much fiberglassing I really want to do on this thing. Oh, right rod, guys. It must just be those little catfish tapping on it. But every time I go to grab the rod, they're gone. Yeah, maybe a crab. Probably those little hardhead catfish, though. Richard, right now we got a little 6 horsepower Mercury on that boat. We have another boat that we use only in freshwater. That's got a 60 horsepower Mercury. But I am going to get rid of the 6 horsepower Mercury and go to probably a 25, because I'm building up the transom. Right now it has a 15-inch transom where it's cut out, and then the motor sits down in the cutout. I want it to be a little more saltwater ready, so I'm going to build up the transom, get rid of that cutout, and build it up to the top so it's squared off in the back, and then I can use a 20-inch shaft, 25, maybe a 20 horsepower motor with a longer shaft. The reason being is the boat kind of sits a little bit like this in the water, and big waves sometimes are big enough to get up to the top edge of the transom, and I don't want to be taking on water, so I'm going to build up the back of the transom so it's way more waterproof of a boat. Sweet, we're at 37 likes. Woohoo! 38. Oh yeah, come on, we're almost there. We got to test this theory out. If we can get to 50 likes, watch the people that are in the chat double, I'm guessing. Just my theory about YouTube, but it could happen. 39. Oh yeah. If we can prove this theory, we'll see. But yeah, I guess as far as motors go, I'm pretty much a Mercury guy. My last boat was a bass boat with an Evinrude, and the Evinrude had all kinds of issues. All I ever did was work on it. But the new boat, our bass fishing boat that we have, that Mercury is really nice. I took the time, the first 10 hours, broke it in like you're supposed to with alternating RPMs, never took it over, you know, did the whole official Mercury recommended break-in period on it, and that motor's been sweet. Hey, Nick, appreciate you joining us. Yeah, I think it does push you out. And I'm thinking that the number the algorithm wants to see is 50 likes. So we're almost there, 41 right now. Let's see if it's true. When it hits 50, if we go from like 20 something people watching to like 50 people watching all of a sudden, then we'll know that the theory is correct. Also, I know that the vertical live streams like this, which we usually don't do, we're usually horizontal, are shown on the shorts feed. So you end up getting more people and other people that you don't know on here, which is awesome, because we always want more people to subscribe to our channel. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, guys. Skeeter in the house. I know Skeeter is subscribed. Good to see you, buddy. Saw Skeeter out there fishing. I couldn't watch for long, but Skeeter also fishes. Skeeter, you're up in Pennsylvania, right? Appreciate that. Yeah, it does look nice. You can see all the sky and the clouds and everything. It's real pretty. Usually when you're vertical, you're only looking at like about that much. But this does look cool. You get kind of a more open view, at least height-wise. Yeah, those bugs were crazy in your live stream. I saw that. Skeeter had a spotlight set up on his rods, and above that spotlight was just a huge, thick cloud of bugs. I've done that before, and I know how it feels. Fun fishing adventures. There's Scotty. Scotty's been subscribed. He's joking. Scotty also does a lot of freshwater fishing and catfishing and stuff. He knows about the bugs at night. I've actually just avoided going night fishing all summer so far. I'm waiting for the cooler weather before I go back out in the nighttime, because the bugs will just carry you away, especially here in Florida. They are thick. Yeah, Nick, it's fun. I've been meeting tons of people doing live streams. Also, Nick, if you like watching fishing videos, check out all these guys that are in our chat. Most of them have cool fishing channels. Jamaican Sure Fishing, he's catching saltwater fish down in Jamaica all the time. That's awesome. Jerry's an awesome guy too. His videos are pretty high quality, and the view, you think this is nice. He's always filming down in Jamaica. He's got like the perfect place to catch fish. People go from here to Jamaica just to see the view, which is pretty awesome. Yep, Skeeter does all outdoors. Scotty does all kinds of fishing. Jerry, I don't think does fishing, but he's in all of our live streams. We love Jerry here on the channel. Wendy, always on. Appreciate all you guys for sure. It's humbling to me that people come and hang out and watch me fish. Usually it's with Dylan. Dylan's always the one catching the fish, but he's not here with us today. It's just me not catching anything so far. But usually on days like this where we're not just reeling in tiny catfish, that's when we end up getting something really nice, like a good big fish. They're not as plentiful. Yes, Jerry, we appreciate you too, buddy. Appreciate you joining us. Nick is in Los Angeles. Nice. Yeah, any view of nature is refreshing. We definitely have less buildings here. Dylan the Fish Whisperer. It's funny that you say that, because there's another guy that's always in here called Stuart the Fish Whisperer. Wendy is actually Stuart's wife or fiance. And Bulk's down in Australia. We got people from all over. Stuart and Wendy are in Scotland. Bulk is in Australia. Hope you're well too, Bulk. We are doing great, except for the fishing so far is a bit slow. But we're doing a little experiment here, Bulk. If we could get to 50 likes, we're going to see if the 50 is the magic number to where the algorithm starts pushing you out to more people. And we're getting really close. Everyone in here is kind of like, let's go, 50, come on, 50. So if you haven't hit the like button yet, Bulk, do it. Push that like button. Do it. There you go. 6 more till the magic number, I believe. I'm gonna have to do a bait check here pretty soon. I've never gotten into spearfishing, Nick, but I'm always down to try. The water here in the Gulf is hit or miss. You got to go like certain places where it's clear. Here it's not very clear. It's probably only like 4 feet of visibility. So spearfishing here wouldn't be very good. But I know you can go to like Pensacola or Destin or some of those places and they've got crystal clear blue water. Appreciate that. Jerry, we got shrimp today. I wanted to grab sand fleas when I was at the bait shop, but they had no sand fleas. Wendy, I drew a blank. Are you and Stuart married or engaged? I can't remember. Yep, 2 times in a row with no sand fleas. At least last time when we went to the beach, Dylan had his sand flea rake and he was able to find a few, so we could use some sand fleas for bait. Yes, Nick, I am married with 3 boys. One of my boys is a 2.5-month-old baby. Dylan is about to turn 12. He's usually the one that comes out here and fishes with me the most. And then we have the middle boy, Lucas, who is 7. He likes fishing. He just doesn't want to like come out here for 5 hours and sweat like me and Dylan do sometimes. But if you watch any of our long form videos, Dylan and Lucas are in a lot of them. Dylan the fish whisperer. Okay, you're engaged. I couldn't remember if you got married or not. The fire ants are non-existent right here, fortunately, Skeeter. There are some places where we fish where we really have to worry about the fire ants, but here there's none. All right, I'm gonna have to do a bait check. Yeah, tons of them at Gill Lake. If you're new to the channel, Gill Lake is a lake that's in our neighborhood, and we fish there a lot for like bluegill and bass and stuff, but tons of fire ants all over the place. We always have to be careful what we're doing. Poor mom. Yeah, she's a mom of 3 and husband to another boy. Got 4 yourself? 2 stepkids, 2 baby girls. Nice. Yeah, taking them out to the beach. Who doesn't like the beach? And kids love the beach. I'm not a fan of like going to the beach and laying in the sun with oil on me and stuff. I'm not that kind of a beach goer. But I love going to the beach and fishing. Yeah, the tapping is pretty much stopped. Let me grab a drink and get some more bait here. And then I'll bring one in and check it, rebait it, recast it. But we're at 46 likes, guys. We're almost there. 4 more to go, and then we can test this theory. Appreciate you guys for hanging out, and I hope that you're staying to find out what happens when we hit the 50 likes. We are at 30 people in here, which is pretty awesome. Hey, 47 likes. Once we hit 50, the theory is that people viewing number is going to shoot up. Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, oh well. We got 29 awesome people in here anyway. Oh, something just jumped right there. Probably a mullet. Jerry, when I was getting ready to come out here this morning, I grabbed the cooler and realized that I had forgot to clean it out from the last time when we went crabbing. That was like a week ago that we caught all those crabs and did the crab boil. It was nasty. Salt water, seaweed, crab water in the cooler, and it stunk. So I had to clean the cooler before I could even take it today. Yes, thumbs up. Nick, you can take the betting. But my theory is that it shoots up as soon as the like number right here hits 50. Is it right there for you guys too? I keep pointing at it, but you might be seeing something different. On my screen, the little thumbs up thing with the 47 next to it is right there. East Coast Fisher, appreciate you coming in. Dylan the Fish Whisperer. Yeah, Dylan's not with us today, East Coast. He's at the grandparents' house. It's not there, Barry. Close enough. All right, I need a drink and we need new bait. And we're about to hit 50. All right, I got a nice fat shrimp ready. One more. Hopefully by the time I get these baited up and casted back out, we'll be over the magic number and we can test the theory out. So if you're curious, the setup we're using today is a double drop rig. We got a 2-ounce lead at the bottom, pyramid style, with just 2 circle hooks on it. One up, one down. We're rigging them both with shrimp right now. These are generally pretty good for catching smaller fish. So far I haven't caught any yet, but we will here. But that's our setup. 2 ounces is more than enough with this current. It digs right into the bottom and we never have any issues. Nick S., who am I? I have a friend named Nick S., but he lives up in Michigan. All right, let me get this baited up. Oh yeah, we got some good distance on that one. That's definitely the furthest we've been out. Yep. You notice I'm not wearing the Seminoles hat today, right? Soul up. Appreciate you coming in. Yes, we need a bite. Heck yeah. Just want one big takedown. Come on, do it. Yeah, East Coast. I'm taking notes. I don't know if you guys saw the disaster that happened to the Seminoles that East Coast is referring to. Our FSU college team here in Tallahassee. But we lost to an unranked team in Ireland yesterday. Kind of an embarrassing game, to be honest. So I'm wearing my Dolphins hat today instead. Mustafa from Iran. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, it was pathetic, East Coast. It's like we had no quarterback. I'm from Florida, Mustafa. Caught a crappie. This time of the year around here, crappie fishing is like basically just turned off completely. So I usually wait for like the end of December through like April is the crappie fishing season around here. Mustafa, if you haven't hit that like button, hit the like button. We're trying to get to 50 to test out a theory here. I know everyone's kind of waiting to see that number hit 50 to see what happens. And we might be getting a bite on the left rod. Yep, it's tapping. This is crazy. Every time I go to pick up the rod, they're gone. All right, I'm going to bring in this other rod so we can get it baited back up. Stuart, is that you? Do you have a secondary account? I knew it. It sounded too much like Stuart. The East Coast of what, Stuart? I didn't want to offend anyone, Stuart. 49 likes, guys. It says 49 and the 4 is above the 9. Something just changed from 49 to 49. So I think we're about to hit that magic number of 50. Yeah, as soon as he said about the fish in a lick thing, I knew. Funny Gummy 51. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, we're over the magic number. Now let's see. Let's see what happens here, guys. All right. I'm thinking the toilet bowl brush lure would be an amazing lure for like trolling for tuna or sailfish, because it'll be that, you know, right size and everything. Oh, come on, they're tapping on it. Pretty much just waiting for a full commit here. All right, let me see if I can get that other one baited up before that one goes down. We are at 51 likes, guys. That is awesome. Appreciate all you guys for coming in. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We always got cool stuff going on. So far, the theory of the number 50 on the likes count hasn't made much of a difference on the viewer count. But we'll see. Maybe it just takes a little while. I also brought another rod with the gold spoon on it, so I can cast that here in a few minutes. Because the shrimp are kind of slow right now, so I'll cast the gold spoon out and see if we can get something on that. Last time I did that, I got a sea trout right over here. All right, fresh bait. Really kind of hoping to catch something here, so me and Dylan can have something to cook up later. Bob in the house, appreciate you coming in. Oh yeah, I really appreciate that, Bob. We're doing a fun little experiment with the vertical live to see if the like count has anything to do with the viewer count, and so far I think we're disproving it. And the fishing is a bit slow here. But it's an absolutely gorgeous day today, and we're in the shade, so I'm not in any rush to end the live or anything like that. So we'll be hanging out for a bit. We do have 30 awesome people in here. Appreciate you guys for joining us. Yeah, good like to viewer count so far. Rip LeBron. Haven't heard anything bad about LeBron. We'll test it out, Nick. See what happens. It's not like disproving or proving that theory is going to hurt my feelings. I'm like one of those YouTubers that's always like kind of wondering in the back of my mind, like, everybody says that you're supposed to do this, but what if it doesn't really work, you know? Or you got to put these hashtags in your description or else you're not going to get as many views. And I'm like, I've tried both ways and it didn't make any difference either way. All that kind of stuff. So I don't really care too much. Yes, it would be nice. Yes, Bob, appreciate you coming in. Appreciate the share. And so far, we're disproving the theory. Maybe 50 is not the number. We're also disproving that I can fish right now. Oh, there's some taps. I don't know what's going on right now. We've got moving tide. We're getting some taps, just nothing wants to commit. Appreciate that, Bob. If you have a good nap. You're live on the Fish Whisperer channel? Sweet. Yeah. 92,000 views. That's pretty solid. I think, Thomas Lewis, weren't you in there in the live stream like a week and a half ago when me and Dylan got 6 bass in like an hour? From shore in the same spot. That was pretty sweet. Grayson, the fisherman, appreciate you joining us. Heck yeah. Low key savvy. Appreciate all you guys for joining us. We are about to get a hit. It's a stingray, guys. A stingray. Definitely not what we're going for. That's pretty crazy. I'm just going to use the pliers, pop this guy off the hook and let him go. Because that is not dinner right there. Even if we wanted to eat a stingray, this guy's not even big enough. But we'll let this guy go. Yeah, Dad, it is something. The skunk is off the beach, I guess. At least it felt like there was something pulling on my line, so that's pretty good. I guess it is better than nothing. All right, let's see what our bait situation here is here. Randy Rhino's in the house. Appreciate you coming in. Flatbread. Yep. Pretty worthless on that, unless they're like this big and you can like eat the wings. If they're nice and thick, you can get like those fake scallops out of them, which are actually pretty delicious. But yeah, better than nothing. Farm trout, nice. We have no trout. We have sea trout in the water here, but no freshwater trout that I know of anywhere around here. The water's just too hot for them. Appreciate it, Thomas. My little hand rinsing tidal pool over here is almost completely gone. All right, Jerry, we'll see you next time. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah. We are due to catch some trout. We need to figure this out in the springtime. Dylan and I are going up north somewhere. We haven't decided officially yet. Yeah, people call me it now, Ma. I don't really care. But somewhere up north, in a few months, we're going to catch a trout. It's been way too long for me, and Dylan has never caught a trout, freshwater trout. So we're going to be on a mission. We've actually been on a mission since last spring. We went up to South Carolina for 3 days. Trout fished all over the place and never caught any trout. Too windy. It was windy when I first got here, but not bad at all now. All right, let me get rebaited. There's a guy right over here cast netting, probably for shrimp. Cindy in the house, appreciate you coming in. Alan's Castaways, appreciate you coming in. Raining over in England. I watched that Seminoles football game, the FSU Georgia Tech game yesterday. They were playing over in Ireland, and one of the guys said, oh, getting bites. It was sunny, and one of the guys was like, this is like the nicest day we've had here in 20 years. Probably just those little catfish tapping on it again. The weather is so bad. The weather is actually really nice here today, other than it's super hot, but there's nothing we can do about that. We are in the shade, which is really nice. There's a tree above us. I set up the camera so that we wouldn't overheat. I've had problems with the phone overheating. If I'm live streaming in the direct sunlight, it gets so hot that the phone overheats and it cuts off the live stream. So I either have to put my little shade thing that I made over the phone or find some natural shade like I did today. I had a couple tiny little taps and that's it. Got 56 awesome likes in here. Appreciate everybody for hitting that like button. I don't know, what should we go for next to test out this theory? 60? Maybe 75? I don't know. The guys over at YouTube are probably like, ha, it's really 59 or 71 or some random number so that people won't be able to figure it out. You fish live? Alan, I don't believe that I am subscribed to your channel. Subscribe to my channel and comment on one of my videos, and I'll come check out your channel afterwards. I like any fishing channel. Fishing, camping, outdoors, pretty much everything. So if you do that kind of stuff, hit me up. Just comment on one of my videos and I'll come over to your channel so I can subscribe and watch yours. That goes for everybody in here. If I am not subscribed to your channel, subscribe to this channel, comment on one of our videos, and then I'll go through the comments and then I'll come to your channel and check it out. Bass. Nice. I was thinking to myself, like, what the heck is das? Is that some like saltwater fish over in the UK? I never know any of the fish that you guys are talking about over there. Stuart was always talking about congers. It's like, I have no idea what a conger is. Jamaican Sure Fishing. Yeah, man, appreciate you hanging out with us. Also, guys, go check out Jamaican Sure Fishing. He does awesome fishing videos down in Jamaica. It always looks like this in Jamaica, or better. I know there's bad weather days, but he seems to miss them. Man, the bite has just gotten slow today. Going cod fishing, nice. I don't think I've maybe never caught a saltwater cod. If I did, it was when I lived up north when I was a kid. but I don't think I've ever caught a cod. Definitely on the bucket list. It's had a couple tiny little taps, but nothing. And one stingray is the only thing we've caught so far. I know you meant to type conger, not ginger. Unless there's another kind of fish called ginger that I don't know about. Okay, here we go. Taps. Come on, take it down. Nope, they just gave up on it. You got rays there too? One of these days we'll do a stingray catch and cook, but I need to get a big one. You know, like a 24-inch across one. I'm not going to try to eat some little tiny one like this big, which is what we just caught. He was literally like, I don't know, maybe 11, 12 inches. I don't think there's a size limit on rays to keep them, but if I'm going to go to the effort of doing it, I want to at least get some meat out of it. And I will need to check if there is a size limit, but I'm pretty sure there's not. I do know that the wings that are like the bigger ones that are thick like this, they use like hole punch and they make scallops out of those. They're fake scallops, but they taste kind of similar and they have a similar texture to scallops. So I do want to try that one of these days. Probably not going to catch one that big out here. I'd have to go out to the beach. Come on, fish, come it. All right, I need a drink. If you guys have been waiting to see one of those little hardhead catfish, here they are. Saltwater catfish. Not good to eat. I tried one last week. We made a video about it. Proved these are not good to eat. We did a trash fish cook-off. Dylan and I did. One of these, it was much bigger than this one, but not good meat. Super fishy, kind of tough. Not the best thing to eat. So we're not going to be keeping any of these for a while. This is like a survival food kind of fish. But better than catching nothing. Hopefully we don't catch any more of those. Sometimes I feel like you're cursed when you catch one of those, because then that means all there is out there is a bunch of little catfish. But we did get that stingray, so hopefully we're not in the catfish zone right now. All right, we're fishing. I really don't want the little taps. I want a big takedown. We've been getting a lot of the little taps since we've been out here, but that generally means little fish. I want something big. Come on, big fish, do this. But yeah, if you guys watched that Seminole Yellow Jackets game yesterday, that's the reason I'm wearing the Dolphins hat instead of my Seminoles hat today. That was just pathetic. Our team played about as bad as we could. Our quarterback looked like he could not throw the ball over 10 yards with any kind of accuracy. The only time we looked good the entire game was the first drive. We marched right down on them and scored and went for two. Got 8 points in like the first 4 minutes of the game. And then after that, we just looked like straight trash. And lost to an unranked Georgia Tech. And now our ranking is probably going to be shot. And they'll be talking about how pathetic FSU is and they don't deserve to get into the playoffs this year and all that stuff, even just after one game. It looks like those guys are getting some shrimp over there. I'm kind of curious. I'm just going to walk over there real quick, guys. I'll be right back. I'm just going to walk over, say hi, look in their bucket, and then come back. I think I'm back just in time to see this right rod tapping, guys. Nope. Those guys had about probably 30 shrimp in their bucket. Not real big ones. They were like maybe this big. Be good for bait for sure. But I was just too curious. I wanted to go over there, say hi. And I had to look in their bucket, which was a decent amount of little like 3 to 4 inch shrimp. Just a tiny bit small for eating, but you can eat them. Dylan and I have eaten them many times. But that size is like perfect for bait. I think what I'm going to do, since the shrimp fishing's a little slow right now, I'm going to cast the gold spoon out with the spinning rod. See if I can't get a trout or a redfish that's like swimming by a little closer to shore. So give me a second and I'll go down here and I'll cast the spoon out. Hopefully we can catch something better than a stingray or a catfish. All right, we got the gold spoon with the little red marker tab on it. Yeah, Alan, it is a nice place to fish, although today it's pretty slow. Usually we catch a lot more, at least a bunch of catfish or something. It's a bit slower than usual today, but it is gorgeous. Unless you're talking about North Wales. I've never been to Wales. Actually, I've never been out of North and South America. But let me cast a couple casts with a spoon and see what happens. you want to say hi to everybody. The camera's right over there.
Another tripod.
What? It's just my cell phone right there and the tripod. I got that back. So far, just stingray and he's out here shrimp fishing, cast netting for shrimp. He said his family are sitting in the truck over there watching us live. So, hey guys, thanks for coming in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Oh, he's right over here on the beach. He's walking over this way. No bites on the spoon either, guys. It is just dead today. How's it going?
What's going on, my man?
Not much.
Check you out.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Huh?
Heck yeah. We're not catching anything though.
Hey, man. Shoot, man. Crab look like that. Hey, on the back. Go get both of them. That's why you. That's
I saw that crowd over there.
That's why I thought there's a whole bunch of them out here.
We dropped crab traps out here before, like weighed out to like waist deep and throw them in. We catch a few, but not a lot.
Yeah, we got some crap in town, man. We just checking you out. I'm like, it's more to like stuff now. We got crab in it, man. Take it to
Appreciate it. I'm Ray.
Okay, Brando. Where you guys from? Tallahassee? So you do stuff?
Usually it's me and my kid out here.
Right.
Yeah, today.
That's why I'm bringing the youngin' out here. You want to go to the man. You know what I mean? That's a little thing, but I'm more into scooping crabs up.
That's what my kid always having.
Right.
Something like that.
Right.
That's what we're doing. Yeah, we got little crab traps. We got long white crab pots out there. I think that guy's got like the whole thing covered. So pretty much inside of that, we're just taking a piece out there and grabbing it pretty much. As a recreational trout fishing.
Right like that. I know over there between Fairville.
We went to St. Mark's last week.
Right.
And caught a bunch of them in the crab bowl.
Oh,
Actually, if you want, that video is coming out in a couple days on our channel. Crab bowl. Check that out.
this is bowl that's over here. Why didn't we go for it?
That one's just been hanging out there for a while. A little
Man, yeah, I got a better net than this.
Go say hi to everybody.
I got a better net than this.
That's the only one I saw in the back.
Just a little bit of one. Just a booster boost, just a little bit of one. Oh, just a little bit. Feel this so you get some messing up my net. You some messing up my net. Look at it.
That's cool. They like
Oh,
it.
look, they're gonna fish this jump right there.
Florida blue crab, man. Whoever described y'all ain't been around here.
Oh, they had them.
Fights a little joker.
Watch them jump.
Good eating too.
He said, "Oh, a fish just jumped right over here." And then as soon as he said that, I caught the bottom or some weeds or something. So I thought I had a fish on. It was crazy. Freaked me out for a second. Oh yeah, it's hot here, man. It is hot here. Oh yeah, Mimi Fish Head's been there. Definitely hot, guys. I'd be wearing that, but I don't want to get sunburned, so I always wear like the long sleeve fishing shirts, and the long sleeve fishing pants, but it's over 90. I forget what they said, but it's probably 92, 93 degrees Fahrenheit. It's pretty hot. But yeah, he had a little crab, those blue crabs. If you guys want to check it out in a few days, possibly tomorrow, depending on my schedule, if I can get it edited or not. We've got the crab catch and cook crab boil we did last week that should be coming out in the next day or two. So if you want to watch that video, check it out. I think I'm gonna put this one down for a few minutes because I'm not getting any bites on the spoon either. Gold spoon not doing its job.
Pretty much a lot of shrimp over there in the bucket. Right over there from your bait.
I got shrimp right here. I'm just cutting these big ones up.
Oh yeah. Every time we get big ones like that, we send them for groupers. Caught a well, we hooked it, but too heavy to pick it up on the pier in East Point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we hooked a 200-pound grouper over there. Was only able to get it up to the surface. And then it took off right under the pilings, snapped the line.
Nice.
And then the next day, my uncle Dominic, I don't know if you probably know him, Dominic Rotella.
I don't think so.
He shows up, and we got all the shark poles out. He shows up, as soon as she shows up, she starts screaming. He gets it up, we got a 10.5-foot shark on.
What
Big
kind?
old, I think it might have been a bull shark or something like that.
That's a huge bull shark.
I know. But it wasn't even trying, it was just sitting there on top of the water. And all it did was slap its tail one time, and it took off and the line snapped.
Telling us some awesome fishing stories here about big grouper, big sharks.
Yeah.
Tell them your name, bud.
Riley.
Say hi to Riley, everybody. Appreciate you coming. He's catching the shrimp right now. It's good because we ain't catching anything.
Yeah, last time we was fishing right here, me and my stepdad and my cousin was fishing right here. But it was high tide. And I guess the water came up and it took our whole bag of shrimp. But only thing we got to catch was 3 croaker and my stepdad caught 2 catfish.
Yep. I've definitely caught lots of catfish here. But I've also caught trout and redfish.
Trout, redfish. I want to catch a rainbow trout.
I do too, but can't catch those anymore around here.
I don't know. Maybe you get a bite in this second. Just want to see her.
I think I'm going to do a bait check here in a minute.
Yeah, probably. Maybe some crabs stole it.
They're saying hi to you, Riley. Yeah, it's hot.
Very hot.
Randy's in California. Alan's in Wales. All right, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. Skull in the house. Appreciate you joining us. Just hanging out here. It's a pretty day, but we're not catching much. So far, all we have is a stingray and a little catfish. Oh, yeah, Manchester. I'm sorry, I forgot. I had the whales on the brain. Pretty close, though, geographically. All right, I need to do a bait check, guys, because there is nothing happening. I gotta check the bait. Might have something heavy on it. Probably just weeds. Nice. I looked in their bucket. They had a pretty good amount.
I ain't got much of them, but I got enough.
I've had like 6 or 8 of them and cooked them up at the house. All right, Alan. Have a good one. We'll see you soon. Dylan in the house. What's up, buddy? Appreciate you coming in. Hit that like button. I'm coming to pick you guys up soon after I finish fishing, Dylan. We'll go home and work on the boat a little bit. Water bottle in the house. We have not caught anything good. We got 1 stingray and 1 little catfish like this big. That's it. It's been really slow today. But you never know. We got a while to go. We got like another hour out here. So we'll see what happens. We could get a big takedown at any minute. Yeah, appreciate you coming in. Yeah, Riley's just hanging out. He's your age. Whoop. We shut off for a second, but we're back. Dylan, his name's Riley. He's 12 years old, so he's your age. He's out here catching shrimp. I told him that me and you have gotten shrimp and taken them home and eaten them before. There's some other people out here cast netting for shrimp too. And they've got like 150 shrimp in their bucket. No big ones like this. They're all like this big. But still better than nothing. Not like this big, but I'm just cutting these ones up and using them for bait on the rods. Trying to get like 3 cuts out of each shrimp. We've already used like 2/3 of them. When I first got here, we were getting taps the whole time, but since then it's kind of gotten really slow. Water bottle. Brother got a 7-pound bass last week. Congratulations, that's a good one. Heck yeah. It's been probably a year since I got a 7-pound bass. I think the last 2 or 3 really big one, really good ones that we've got has been like in the 5.5 pound range. I'm gonna chunk this up so I can use it on that rod. All right, everything I said about there's no fire ants here, not true. I picked the knife up that I've been using to cut the shrimp, and there was fire ants on it. They didn't bite me, but there was a couple on there. So we got to keep that in mind. Dylan says hi to Mimi. Yeah, I know Stuart's live, but I can't go on there. He was on here with his other channel a little while ago. Shrimp.
Good luck.
All right, you too, man.
Watch you when I get home, probably.
Sounds good. We'll talk to you later.
All right. How long you gonna be live?
Probably like another hour.
All right, we got fresh bait on the left rod. I'll check the right rod in a couple minutes since I checked that one more recently last time. 61 likes, heck yeah. Appreciate all you guys for hitting the like button. We got 23 awesome people still in here. Thanks for hanging with us. It's usually on days like this where it's kind of slow that you end up getting the one good fish. So maybe a big old like 23-inch redfish will swim by here and we'll get them. I'd rather get one 23-inch redfish than 50 of those little 6-inch catfish. I know that's probably more fun to watch on a live stream because you're constantly catching something, but we just want one good slot-sized redfish or sea trout, and then we'll take it home. Dylan and I can cook it up for dinner, and we'll go live for that. The Fire Wolf in the house. Appreciate you coming in. Nothing good yet, Fire Wolf. We got one stingray and one catfish so far. Not what we're going for, but we let those guys go. Really wanting a big old redfish or a sea trout to come in here and grab it. Big mullet just jumped right there. Kind of just waiting for a takedown. The rods occasionally do the little tappy tappy. But that's probably just tiny little catfish. If a big old redfish or trout grabs that shrimp, the rod's going to bend over. VXTR Gavin, appreciate you coming in. Make sure you guys all hit that like button. Besides fishing, we're doing a little YouTube experiment to see what number of likes triggers the algorithm to start showing it to more people. My initial theory was 50, but we hit 50 and nothing really happened, so maybe it's 75. I don't know. We'll kind of find out. In Germany, you have to go for a 6-week course on learning how to catch clean fish. Nice. Wow, to get a fishing license, you got to go through all that. That is actually kind of cool, man. I've learned all that from experience, but that is pretty good. I mean, you don't get some idiots out there that don't know what they're doing. We do lots of catch and cooks on our channel. If you want to watch any of them, hit that subscribe button. And then check out any of our fishing catch and cook or camping catch and cook videos that we do. It is a Miami Dolphins hat. I usually wear a Seminoles hat, but the Seminoles got horribly insulted yesterday, and it was their own fault. So today I decided to wear my Dolphins hat instead. Halibut Man, appreciate you coming in. We are out here in Ocklawahnee Bay, North Gulf of Mexico. There's a bridge just over here, and right on the other side of that bridge is the Gulf of Mexico. Cool, cool. Sounds awesome. Halibut Man, subscribe to our channel, comment on one of our videos, and I'll come check out your channel when I get home later. It's the best way to connect because I get notifications of all my comments. So if you watch one of our videos and leave a comment on it, then I'll be able to go straight to your channel and check it out. And I definitely will. That goes for everybody in here. Hey, Paul Walkie in the house. It is slow today, Paul. We got one stingray and one catfish, and that's it. I even threw the gold spoon for a little while. Got no bites on the gold spoon. Even with 2 shrimp on both rods, not really getting many hits. It's just one of those days. But like I was saying a little bit earlier, the really slow days like this is when I usually catch one good fish. And we still got like another hour to go, so hopefully one big old like 24-inch redfish just comes and swims right by here and grabs my shrimp. And then it's a total success of a day. Total success. One big slot-sized redfish is definitely a successful trip for me. Fishing from shore, anyway. If we were out there on the boat, I'd be wanting to fill up my limit. Trout, redfish, shrimp, crabs. That's why we're working on the saltwater boat, so we can take it out here and a couple other spots we know. Set the traps, set the poles, bait them, catch trout and redfish, come back to the shrimp poles, cast net to them, and then pull the traps for crabs. We'll be able to have some epic catch and cook videos once that boat's ready. Hi La Peste. Appreciate you joining us. Romania in the house. We're here in the U.S., in Florida. North Florida, actually. Florida's a big place. I can't see your avatar there, but it looks like there's a fish in that picture. I could be wrong. So if you're into fishing, definitely subscribe to our channel, because we do lots of fishing, camping, catching cooks, all that kind of stuff. Bougalet. I have never fished in Oklahoma. That is on the to-do list soon, because Dylan and I are still on the mission to catch freshwater trout. I know there's some spots in Oklahoma where we can get them, and that's not super far from North Florida. Pan fishers in the house. We are fishing for trout and redfish mainly, but basically right now, anything that'll bite. All we've got so far is a stingray and a catfish. Neither of which is what we were going for, so we just let them go. I'm gonna give these rods a little half a crank to tighten the lines back down. We're using cut shrimp. Grand Lake. All right, I'll look it up. If you guys will just subscribe to our channel, comment on one of our videos. That way I get a notification of your comment and I'll come and check you guys out. But I am definitely interested in the Oklahoma thing. We did South Carolina a few months ago. Got shut down in South Carolina. So the next place we go for trout is not going to be South Carolina, unless I can find somebody that knows actually where to go in the rivers up there. Because we fished all kinds of rivers. Beautiful looking spots. I could have swore, I would have bet my paycheck that there's a trout in there. Couldn't catch anything. Must have been hung up on some weeds on that left rod. I started bringing it in a little bit, and the whole rod just went. But it wasn't a fish. Small spoon. We were trying little spoons. We were trying inline spinners, live bait, salmon eggs, everything we could, and we did not get one trout the whole time we were there, guys. Oh, no, thanks. I got shrimp already. Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Thanks. Definitely a different kind of fishing here. Oh, yeah. Destin's a beautiful area, too. Destin's about a 2.5 hour drive from here. Maybe not quite, maybe 2 hours. I'm always thinking of like where we are in Tallahassee, but here at the coast, we could just shoot straight over along the coastline. It takes me about an hour or so to get here from Tallahassee. Did you guys catch anything over there? Sounds like an airboat. That's weird. Haven't seen too many airboats in here. I don't know what that is. I can't believe it. Oh, you got triggerfish over there? Nice. Trout, ladyfish, sharks. Heck yeah. I would love to catch a keeper trout right here, right now. I've got this gold spoon that I'm going to throw for the sea trout right now. Because nothing's biting on those shrimp. But yeah, gold spoon is great for sea trout and redfish if they're here. Caught a grouper too. Nice. Man, you were killing it over there. We need to make a trip to Destin here pretty soon. We've been planning on heading over that way for a while now. We just always so busy and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and there's plenty of fishing to do around here too, so. But yes, soon we are going to go to Destin. I'm going to go take a couple casts with this gold spoon, guys. Hopefully I can catch one and show you. If not, after I take a couple casts, I'll be right back. All we're catching over there is a sunburn, guys. They are not biting. It's just one of those days. So our best bet at this point now, after fishing for 2.5 hours, is to just wait a little bit longer on the shrimp rods and just hope we get the one lone fish that's swimming by. Yep, one stingray and one catfish. That's it. Baseball is life. Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate all you guys for coming in. It's always amazing to me that people want to hang out and watch me fish. Usually I have my son Dylan here. He's about to be 12. He's the one that usually catches all the fish because I'm more busy like doing the video stuff. And he'll be out here catching fish or shrimp or crabs or anything else. But today I'm by myself and we are not having the greatest fishing day ever. Bloxy, we caught one stingray and one catfish so far. We didn't keep either of them. Firewolf, I let him go. We didn't keep them. That's not what we want to eat. Sam Morris in the house. Appreciate you joining us. I would take a shark right now if we could get one. I'll take anything that bites right now. It is slow. Not even getting like catfish bites or stingray bites anymore. It's pretty slow. I probably just caught the wrong tide here. We fished the outgoing tide mainly. The incoming tide is generally the best. Not big at all. The catfish was like 7 inches long and the stingray was like 12 inches. I would eat a stingray if we got a really good one, but I don't want to mess with them. In Germany, you're not allowed to catch and release. Oh, really? Here, there's so many rules on what you can keep. They want you to release everything. Yeah, they want you to keep putting them all back in so the fishery stays healthy and whatever. They determine every year, like, oh, you're allowed to keep this many of this kind of fish, or they have to be a certain length to be able to keep them. Trout and redfish, which is what we're mainly going for here, both have a size limit in a slot. So there's a minimum size and a maximum size. If you catch something smaller, you got to throw it back, or bigger, you got to throw it back. And on top of that, there's a limit of number of fish you can keep, which is not that much. There's no place around here that I know of, Dad, to get any sandworms. It probably would be good. I've never seen sandworms at a bait shop around here, though. Never caught a fish. Really? Well, we're not catching too many today, but basically patience is key. If you just go somewhere and put a bait in the water, eventually you're going to catch a fish. There's a lot more to it than that, but if you just want to catch a fish, go somewhere where you know there's fish. Throw a bait that you know they'll eat, like shrimp, and then just wait. Yeah, I know we used to use them a lot up north. I don't really see them anywhere around here, but I bet they would work. They'd probably be awesome, actually. I'm gonna grab a drink and set this down. All right, it's time to bait check the right rod here. Dreamed about fishing, but you caught humans. That's pretty epic dream right there. Yeah, I'm gonna bring in the right rod, check the bait, and recast that one. Zero bait on those hooks. So something got us without even taking the rod down. When we get the boat ready, we can definitely do some of that. We've got to get that little saltwater boat ready though. This is a perfect place to put that boat in. So the plan for next weekend, guys, Friday night we're driving over to Amelia Island. We're going to stay there for the weekend at Mimi and Grampy's house. And we're going to go fishing a bunch. And it's a totally different kind of fishing because it's the Atlantic Ocean. So we're not really going for trout and redfish as much as we're going for like whiting and pompano, probably some sharks. So if you guys are interested in that kind of fishing, make sure you check out next weekend. Terry B in the house. New Jersey fishing maniac. What's up, brother? Appreciate you coming in. It is a slow day here, guys. All I've caught so far is one stingray and one little catfish. But next weekend should be pretty epic because we're fishing the Atlantic Ocean next weekend. We're in the Gulf of Mexico over here. There usually are good fish here, but just not today. You skunked today? No redfish yet, Terry. That's what we're wanting. We want a redfish. Baseball is life. I don't have one favorite bait, but if you're fishing in salt water, a really safe bet is shrimp. Even if you're fishing in freshwater, you can catch catfish and stuff on shrimp. Shrimp is like the universal bait. There's even these little shrimp that are in fresh water that Dylan catches all the time and uses them to catch bluegill. So probably shrimp if you're not like, you know, wanting to try a bunch of different stuff, just try shrimp. That's definitely almost guaranteed to catch something unless you're out here like we are today, not catching anything. Appreciate that. This is a good spot for service. It's why I come here a lot. I come fishing here like every 2 weeks because the service here is really good. And it's not bad to look at either. I have not been on YouTube lately, Terry. The last 2 days I've been either working or doing football related stuff. If you did it before that, I somehow missed it. But yes, yesterday, no, I did not see anything yesterday. I was crying myself to sleep over the Seminoles' really disappointing loss in Ireland. Pathetic, pathetic. If you guys are into college football, you notice I'm not wearing my Seminoles hat today. That was an embarrassment. Every Seminoles fan, and 11,000 of them, flew from Tallahassee to Ireland to go watch that game. And our team just didn't even show up and didn't even have a quarterback. It's the worst I've seen our team look in like 3 years. So I'm boycotting the Seminoles hat, at least until they win a game. We'll use the Dolphins hat until then. Oh yes, I was on there for a little bit, Terry. I forgot. After the game, when I was trying to cry myself to sleep. Maybe even during the game. Or was it before the game? I don't remember, man. I don't think I went on there, Terry. Or you're talking about 2 days ago when you were on Stewart's live stream in the kayak? All right, well, I was crying about the football game. All right, guys, shout out for Baseball is Life in the house. Appreciate you joining us, buddy. The sad thing about yesterday's game, they talked up this quarterback quite a bit. Felt all great about it. And then he comes out there and he can't throw a ball further than 10 yards. And every time he did, it was like out of bounds, so the receiver couldn't get to it. Pretty sad. Yep, Randy Rhino's in the house. We actually got 26 awesome people in here. 71 likes. That's pretty good. Maybe 100 is the magic number. I don't know. But we still had between 20 and 30 people back when we were at like 7 likes. So the theory of likes get your live stream out to more people is probably not true unless there is some really high threshold of likes number. I don't know. We've just been kind of hanging out around the same amount of viewers the whole time, which is great. Appreciate all 27 of you for being in here for sure. But my theory when we first started, and if you guys haven't been in here the whole time, I said, all right, when we get to 25 likes, we're automatically going to get more viewers because then the algorithm's going to start pushing us out more. That did not happen. So I said, okay, maybe it's 50. We got to 50. Nothing happened. Now we're at 73. We got 30 awesome people in here, so that's a good amount. But I'm thinking that there's some point, it just went from 30 to 25 in like 1 second. But there's some point, some amount of likes. There's a specific number you got to hit. When you hit that number, then the algorithm like puts your live stream out there for everybody to see. Maybe it's 100, maybe it's 75, maybe we're 2 likes away from that threshold. So if any of you guys haven't hit the like button yet, we need 2 more likes to test out 75. Yes, FSU defense looked really sad. Andrew, are you an FSU fan too? I know it was painful to watch. I mean, for most of the game, I was hopeful and I was like, okay, they just need to do something and we can pull away. And they never did. And then they ended up letting it go at the end. Georgia Tech's time of possession was ridiculous too. Pretty sad. Finishing up the Chevy truck. Nice. Oh, because of the weather, Andrew. Yeah, Michigan. Michigan tends to be a little colder and cloudier than Florida. But actually, I would trade some cool weather right now. I'm sweating. I'm soaked. It's like 93 degrees maybe. And we're not catching too many fish, so. 74 likes, guys. If anyone in here hasn't done it, hit the like button. We'll see if 75 is the magic number. Oh, we're getting a little activity on the right rod here. Hold on a second, guys. I don't know if you guys can see this. Yes, we hit the 75 and we're over 33. All right, so maybe we're on to something here. I don't know if you guys, yeah, you guys can't see, but if you look over here, there's a bunch of people wading out in the water now. They're like halfway out to where the lines are set. So now we're contending with human traffic too. You're good. All right, they seem to be swimming the other way now, so hopefully that doesn't affect it. Oh, we're back down to 25 viewers. I don't know if 75 was the magic number. Passed right at them. They're coming back in, actually. I think we're good. Crazy car, guys. All we got is one stingray and one little baby catfish. Yes, maybe 100 is the magic number. We're going to test this out a little bit. We got a little while longer to go. Maybe we can hit 100. The likes have been coming in slower and slower, though. So if anyone's in here that has not hit that like button, please hit the like button. I'm over here begging for likes, guys. We're trying to test out a little theory that I have. You saw the stingray? Okay. He wasn't very big, maybe like that big. 12-inch stingray or something. Not even big enough to try a catch and cook on. Yes, everybody like in 3, 2, 1. Do it. Everybody in here has probably already liked it. Yep. So we need to figure out how to get some new people in here. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, catching anything is better than catching nothing. Even that little catfish, I'll still take it. Just wasn't big enough to eat or do anything with, although I'm probably not going to be eating catfish for a while. Freshwater catfish I love. We tried the saltwater catfish in our last video. Not so good. It was a pretty cool video if you want to go back and watch it. Last week's long form video. It was a trash fish catch and cook video. We cooked up a catfish, a grunt, and a whiting. Which the whiting to me are not trash fish. We eat whiting a lot and they're really good. The grunt was surprisingly good. And the catfish was terrible. Are you seeing sharks out there, Sam? I would take a shark if one hit our line right now. The next person to leave will never catch a fish. You're stuck here for life, guys. I've seen a couple YouTube channels that have 24-hour live streams going of like their yard or like a bird feeder. To me, that's just way too boring. I never want to just walk in there and look at some bird feeder for 3 hours. I have tried it though. I did a deer feeding video one time where I just set the live stream up. I poured some deer corn out and then I waited like 3 hours and only one deer came. It's kind of boring, but it's still out there. Hey, Presley 007. Thank you, Sam Morris. Appreciate that. We got lots of cool videos to watch if you want to check them out after this. and we're always making more. I try to go live about twice a week and have one long form video once a week. Sometimes that's a little hit or miss because I also work full time and have a family and everything else. So, but we try. We're fairly consistent with it. The live streams are a little bit easier because I don't have to spend a lot of time editing them. And a lot of people just love watching live streams. All-time PB of any fish. I have PBs of like each different species, but of any fish, the biggest fish I ever caught was like a 6.5 foot blacktip shark. I didn't even weigh it, but it was longer than my wingspan. Big old shark. My PB largemouth bass is 10 pounds, 3 ounces. Yeah, people are always coming in and out. When you do the vertical live streams like this, you get a lot more like random viewers and new people, which is cool. We always want more subscribers on the channel. So if any of you guys haven't hit that subscribe button, do it. Plenty of cool stuff on our channel to watch and lots more to come. Although I'm starting to lose faith in the fishing here, guys. We're coming up on 3 hours of being live. I'll probably let it go just over 3 hours and then do the countdown. Yeah, we just got the wrong tide today. My favorite tide to fish is the incoming tide. And all we got to fish today was the outgoing tide because we got here like right at high tide. And it's pretty close to low. I guess we got another hour or so till it gets down to low tide. But it's actually pretty low. This is generally about where it is at low tide here. Where we're casting is really only like 4 feet deep, which is good for trout and redfish, but today they are not biting. Heck yeah, 80 likes. Presley 007 in the house. If I missed you, sorry about that. The sun's kind of getting at a weird angle. It's kind of hard to see my chat. But we probably got about 5 more minutes. We're going to give it 5 more minutes, guys. Then I'll pack up, load up the truck, go pick up Dylan and Lucas. We'll head home, and we'll see what we got going on there. We gotta get working on that boat. Not even any bites. Panfishers, you like catching crappie in the wintertime? Our crappie season here is like maybe mid-December through like mid-April. And we have a freshwater boat, so we usually go out to a couple different lakes, a little bit north of here, and go catch some crappie. Last winter was not that great, but the winter before that, we got some giants. I got one that was like 14 inches long. But fried crappie sandwiches is one of my favorite. Heck yeah, Presley. Everybody like and subscribe. Oh, we're getting some activity. Right rod's moving. Just one little bump and then it stopped. Just not our day today, guys. Oh. Oh, I think it's a trout. Oh, I think it was a trout, but it came off. Did you guys see it jump out there? Ah, I saw the trout jump out of the water and I lost it. The one good bite we've had in 3 hours. But we do have a rule on this YouTube channel that we can't have our last cast be a cast where we got a bite. So I do have to rebait that and cast it back out. So we're going to fish a little bit longer here, guys. Because that was 99% probably a keeper trout. It looked like a nice, like 18-inch trout jumped out of the water. Oh, man. Not too much.
Yeah.
I think I just lost a trout a minute ago.
Yeah. For us, the other thing that's biting is tiny little catfish.
I got one of those and one stingray so far.
Yeah, I'm talking to another guy that said he was doing stingray. Seems a little sparse.
Yeah.
Hope you get something.
Thanks, you too. All right, I just cast pretty much back out to that same spot. But that doesn't really mean a lot because the fish are always moving around. Anthony in the house. It is saltwater. Heck yeah. 82 likes. Appreciate all you guys for liking it. This live stream wouldn't have been this long if we weren't under this tree to give us the shade. Because you can't stay out in the Florida sun for 4 hours. At least not without multiple applications of sunblock. Come on, maybe we'll get one more good hit. Can't believe that. Trout just popped right off. I was planning on wearing the GoPro and making a long form video about today, trying to do a catch and cook and everything. I'm glad I decided not to bust it out, because this would not have been a good video and I would have just ended up throwing away the footage. But live is a little bit different because we get to chat and talk and tell all of our secrets and everything, you know. So even if you're not catching fish in a live stream, it's still entertaining, but it's like nearly impossible to make a good long form video out of a day where you're not catching any fish. Unless you just talk the whole time, but then people are like, is this a fishing video or a vlog? All right, Presley, have a good one. We'll try to catch a fish for you next time. You take care. All right, I'm hot again. I need a drink. You know what? I'm going to throw the spoon a couple more times. Just seeing that trout jump out of the water makes me need to throw the spoon. This is generally like a sea trout magnet right here. Almost tripped. So nothing on the spoon, guys. Nothing at all on the spoon. Bass fishing 336 in the house. Appreciate you coming in. We've been out here for over 3 hours bass fishing and caught nothing. I am also a bass fisherman at heart. I'm always learning more stuff about saltwater fishing. Bass fishing I feel a lot more comfortable with. But it's just so hot lately that I haven't been going bass fishing as much. But the cooler weather is coming. All of our catch and cooks, camping, catch and cooks, all the fun stuff we like to do is just around the corner here. As soon as the weather breaks, I'm gonna set this down, and I think we're gonna go ahead and call like the 5-minute countdown here. We've been using cut shrimp the whole time, which generally is like guaranteed to catch fish out here, but not today. All we got was one stingray and one little catfish. Hooked into a trout on the right rod there. Watched it jump out of the water and shake my hook out of its mouth. But other than that, it's been a slow one. But we'll live to fish another day. Give it a few more minutes here, guys. Slow. I'd be having less fun than this if I was working. So, it's true, a bad day of fishing is better than a good day at work. Those rods aren't doing much of anything. Baseball is life? Nothing really. Nothing. Unless you missed the sea trout bite we had a few minutes ago. Sea trout jumped out of the water, pretty much straight out. And then proceeded to spit my hook out. But didn't get it to the shore. Yeah, that's it. It's been pretty sluggish out here, but that's okay. We're still having fun. We still got 19 awesome people in here. 86 likes. Nice. So I think we've disproven the more likes you get, the more views you're going to get. Unless it's like 100. We'll have to try next time. When you got the bites.
You fish out here often?
Every few weeks or so.
What do you usually get?
The best thing you're going to get is like a sea trout or a redfish.
Yeah.
But most of the time we get a bunch of catfish and stuff.
Yeah. Good luck.
All right, you too. Yep. It is definitely hot, that fishing channel. But I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it up here, guys, because we're not catching much of anything. But I really appreciate you guys for coming in, hanging out with us. It's been awesome. Those of you that are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe because we go live a couple times a week. So we want to see you in here next time. Dylan will be with me next time, hopefully. He's not usually with me. Like every third or fourth weekend, they go and hang out at their grandparents' house for the weekend. That just happens to be this weekend. But usually Dylan's with me, and usually Dylan is like hardcore fishing, shrimping, crabbing, whatever. So there's usually more action instead of just me talking to the phone, trying to watch the rods behind it. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you in the next one.